Up next, it's Hopkinton High School taking on Mansfield High School. That's next on High School Quiz Show. Hi, everybody, and welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm Joe Hanson, your host. Today's match features two teams with multiple High School Quiz Show appearances, and they're both hoping to be this year's champions. As always, we start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points. There are no point deductions for wrong answers, and players, you may confer before answering. All right, teams, if you're ready, good luck. Here we go. During World War II, British spies uncovered a German plot to kill what British Prime Minister with exploding chocolate bars? Soham.
Churchill.
Churchill is right. In 2024, Boston's Huntington Theater presented John Proctor is the Villain, a new play inspired by what work by Arthur Miller? Rishi.
The Crucible.
Correct. In what 1988 film does Michael Keaton tell Winona Ryder, I'm the ghost with the most, babe? Patrick.
Beetlejuice.
Correct. In 1873, the first cable car began operating on Clay Street in what California city? Jacob.
San Francisco.
San Francisco is correct. For next question, take a look at your monitors. Courtesy of our friends at NOVA. Pictured here is an image from an animation of a black hole. What two-word phrase refers to the theoretical boundary around a black hole, beyond which no light or other radiation can escape? Pranamya.
Event Horizon.
That is correct. What former First Lady helped draft the 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Ishan.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Correct. What medieval French parliament consisted of three separate groups or estates, consisting of clergy, nobility, and commoners? Ishan.
National Assembly.
No. Mansfield, opportunity for you. Jacob.
The Estates General.
That is correct. For her contributions to equality in women's sports, in 2022, who became the first soccer player to be awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor? Soham.
Megan Rapinoe.
Correct. First proposed in 1964 by social psychologists Bibb Latané and John Darley. What effect is a phenomenon in which individuals are less likely to help a victim when others are present? Ishan.
Bystander effect.
The bystander effect is correct. For next question, take a look at your monitors for a special video guest.
Hi there, I'm Nicholas Hankins. I'm an artist, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to the painting studio. Here's my question. I began painting when I was 11, and I was inspired by what host of the PBS series The Joy of Painting, famous for painting happy little trees and happy little clouds?
Soham.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross is correct. I feel relaxed just thinking about him. What new musical in London's West End stars Vanessa Williams as a fictional fashion editor, Miranda Priestley, a role made famous by Meryl Streep in a film of the same name? Soham.
The Devil Wears Prada.
Correct. Which U.S. state has the lowest incarceration rate in the nation? Massachusetts, Oregon, or New York? Ishan.
Oregon.
No. Mansfield, opportunity for you. Jacob.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts is correct. A Tale of Two Cities famously begins, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of what? Abhishek.
Darkness.
No, Mansfield, to you. Soham.
Strife.
No, we're looking for foolishness. The graveyard of the Atlantic Museum in Hatteras honors the thousands of shipwrecks off the coast of which U.S. state? Pranamya.
North Carolina.
North Carolina is correct. In 2024, what Democratic senator from New Jersey was convicted of 16 counts, including bribery, extortion, wire fraud, obstruction of justice, and acting as a foreign agent? Soham.
Cory Booker.
No. Hopkinton, to you. Abhishek.
Bob Menendez.
Bob Menendez is correct. We're off to a really hot start in this match, but we're going to take a moment to thank the folks who make this show possible. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
From whoops to uh-oh to oh no. Safety insurance can help you manage life's storms, even the indoor kind.
Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science, Massachusetts Teachers Association, Xfinity Mobile, UMass Amherst, and Subaru of New England. Welcome back. The score is Hopkinton with 50 points. Mansfield is in the lead with 90. Let's get back to the game. What present-day city in Russia was formerly known as Leningrad and Petrograd? Soham.
St. Petersburg.
Correct. What film legend's new memoir, What Have We Here, is titled after one of his most iconic quotes as Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars movies? Ishan.
Harrison Ford.
No. Mansfield to you. Soham.
Glover.
No, we're looking for Billy D. Williams. Once completed, the giant Magellan telescope will be the most powerful telescope on Earth. It's under construction in the Atacama Desert in what country? Jacob.
Chile.
Chile is correct. What constitutional amendment states that in peacetime, a soldier cannot stay in a citizen's home without the owner's consent? Rishi.
Third.
The Third Amendment is right. Which Marvel Comics hero has a bodyguard named Happy Hogan and a personal secretary named Pepper Potts? Soham.
Iron Man.
Iron Man, Tony Stark is correct. The lowest melting of the platinum group metals. What steel white metal that does not tarnish in air is used as a substitute for platinum in jewelry? Soham.
Nickel.
No. Hopkinton. Abhishek.
Silver.
No, we're looking for palladium there. What series of young adult novels is about Mia Thermopolis, a shy American teenager who learns she's heir to the throne of a European kingdom? Ishan.
The Princess Diaries.
Correct. Which law states that the weight of a gas dissolved by a liquid is proportional to the pressure of the gas upon the liquid? Henry's law, Boyle's law, or Dalton's law? Ishan.
Dalton's Law.
No. Mansfield to you. Patrick?
Boyle's Law.
No, it is Henry's law. In the late 19th century, German archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann used the clues in Homer's epic poems to locate the remains of Troy in what present-day country? Patrick.
Turkey.
Turkey is correct. Timothy Chalamet plays what legendary singer-songwriter in the biopic A Complete Unknown? Jacob.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan is right. France suffered a humiliating defeat during the 7 Years' War. It lost all claims to Canada and ceded Louisiana to what country? Alex.
Spain.
Spain is correct. The Altai Mountains extend approximately 1,200 miles through what continent? Ishan.
Asia.
Asia is correct. In George Bernard Shaw's social satire, Major Barbara, Barbara Undershaft is a major in what Christian charity that's structured like the military? Abhishek.
The Salvation Army.
Correct. Opened in 1869, what canal connected the Mediterranean to the Red Sea so that ships from Europe no longer had to sail around Africa to reach Asia? Ishan.
Suez.
The Suez Canal is correct. That is the end of the round. The score is Hopkinton 100 points, Mansfield in the lead with 150 points. Let's hear it for both teams. Last week, Buckingham Brown and Nichols beat Belmont to advance to the quarterfinals. In today's match, Mansfield and Hopkinton are both hoping to advance. The head-to-head round is next, but first we're going to take a minute to get to know our players a little bit. Hopkinton, we'll start with you. Pranamia, I hear you play an instrument.
Yeah, I'd love to play the oboe.
The oboe?
Yeah.
That's not one that everybody picks. What drew you to the oboe?
I thought it was a clarinet when I signed up. My counselor really put me on the spot, so I didn't really have much of a choice. I just named the first instrument.
Any favorite pieces? There are some that really feature the oboe as kind of the star of the show. You don't get that opportunity a lot with oboe.
Not really. I just like to be in the background.
You're more a background guy, supporting.
Yep.
Alex, I hear you enjoy baking.
I do.
So what attracts you to baking?
I just like sharing my baked goods with my friends at school, and I think it's nice to see it all come together in the oven.
Do you have a favorite recipe for baking?
Last week I cooked these red velvet cheesecake brownies, and those were pretty good.
Can I get like 2 of those to bring home for my wife? That's like her favorite thing in the world. Abhishek, your favorite subject is physics.
Yep.
Most people wouldn't pick that one. Why do you love physics so much?
I guess I'm just not like most people.
Hey, that's good. I like it. You're your own person. What's your favorite part of physics? That's a big subject. You can go astrophysics. You could go, Newtonian mechanics.
I wouldn't like to overstate my expertise, so I'll stick with Newtonian mechanics.
Okay. Humility is a virtue. I like it. Ishan, you're a former livestock farmer. You seem a little young to be retired.
Well, it was part of a middle school trade skills program that I didn't enjoy very much, I guess.
That's why you're a former livestock farmer.
Yeah, we mainly handled hogs, but yeah.
Okay. Also on the Hopkinton team, we have alternate Jake and coach Mason Challenor. Now over to Mansfield. Rishi, not only are you on the high school quiz show team, but you are in mock trial, debate club, philosophy club. Am I missing anything?
That's about it, yeah.
What are the advantages of being active in so many different things in school?
It's cool. It's like you kind of have like a different thing that you can go to every day, something to look forward to. Yeah, sort of philosophy club and mock trial taught me really how to like argue. Quiz show as well has been a place where I can kind of learn about anything and apply that to something we're studying or a match we're playing. So yeah, it's been a great opportunity for me.
I like that. So you've lived in 3 countries. I think I can guess one of them, but can you tell me the other 2?
Yeah, okay, so I meant the right continent.
So how many continents and which ones?
3, Asia, Europe, and then North America.
Okay, are there any continents you're really looking forward to moving to kind of fill out your list?
I mean, yeah, Antarctica, like that's...
Awesome. Jacob, what's your favorite subject in school?
It used to be science until I took physics, no disrespect to Abhishek. But now I would say it's United States history, just because I feel it's something that's all very relevant, and I think we can all learn something from it, no matter what you happen to believe or what you think about.
Yeah, you can avoid making the same mistakes in the future if you
Exactly.
look to the past every
Exactly.
once in a while, right?
Exactly.
Patrick, you're in the process of becoming an Irish citizen.
It's hard to tell by my name, but I do have some Irish ancestry, and so through my grandfather, we're working to it.
I like that. And hopefully that brings you luck. I hear it's kind of a thing over there. All right. Filling out the Mansfield team, our school mascot, Sting, alternates Alex and Josh, and Coach Ken Barrett. Let's hear it for both teams. Okay, it's time for the head-to-head round. In this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, and wrong answers result in a 10-point deduction. The clock is set at 90 seconds. How about a nice friendly handshake before we get started? All right, teams, here we go. The Cradle of Texas Liberty is the nickname for what historic site in San Antonio?
The Alamo.
Yes. What is the chemical symbol for tin?
SN.
Yes. In what 1967 novel does a dying Johnny Cade tell his friend?
The Outsiders?
Yes. Who was president of the United States when Hawaii became the 50th?
Dwight A. Eisenhower.
Yes. What light-colored volcanic rock is so porous that it can float? Looking for pumice. In 1474, who became the first person to be referred to as the Queen of Spain?
Isabella.
Yes. Fables such as the town mouse and the country mouse are attributed to what ancient Greek?
Aesop?
Yes. In July 2023, Elon Musk announced that Twitter was officially rebranding under what name?
X.
Yes. An isosceles triangle has at least how many congruent?
2.
Yes. What fictional species are Stuart, Kevin, and Bob in the Despicable Me film?
Minions.
Yes. Who was the leader of the Soviet Union when the Berlin Wall fell?
Gorbachev?
Yes. What country was the site of the Bataan Death March during World War?
Philippines.
Yes. T.H. White's novel, The Once and Future King, is about what mythical king of Britain?
King Arthur.
Yes. The Faroe Islands in the North Atlantic are a territory of what country?
The UK.
No, Denmark. Montage of Heck is a documentary. Oh, we were looking for Kurt Cobain there. That's the end of the round. Let's take a look at the score. We've got Hopkinton with 130 points. Mansfield has 230 points. Let's give it up for both of these teams. right, teams, it's time for the category round. Today's categories are Surely You Joust, Accept All Cookies, Warp Speed Ahead, You Betcha, The Elephant in the Room, and That's All She Wrote. All categories have 5 questions with increasing point value. Teams will choose 2 5-question categories each and have the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team that the other team must answer. Players, you are able to confer. Hopkinton, who's your spokesperson? Abhishek? And Mansfield, how about you? Rishi. All right. Hopkinton, you've got some ground to make up on the scoreboard, so the first category is yours.
Yeah. The elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. All answers in this category feature the name of an animal. For 10 points. What film starring Jodie Foster as FBI agent Clarice Starling and Anthony Hopkins as serial killer Hannibal Lecter is the only horror film ever to win a Best Picture Oscar?
The Silence of the Lambs.
That is correct. For 15 points. King of England from 1189 until his death in 1199, Richard I is better known by what nickname because of his reputation as a great military leader and warrior?
Richard the Lionheart.
Correct. For 20 points, Daisy Edgar Jones plays an abandoned girl left to raise herself along the North Carolina marshes in what film based on Delia Owens' best-selling novel?
You want to toss this to them or? I say we pass. Pass or toss?
Pass.
Looking for Where the Crawdads Sing. For 25 points, in The Elephant in the Room, named after a type of snake, what plan proposed by Union General Winfield Scott was a military strategy to form a blockade along southern ports during the Civil War?
The Anaconda Plan.
That is correct. For 30 points, it's considered rude to ask about the mechanisms powering an android in what Philip K. Dick novel that inspired the movie Blade Runner?
No, pass it. No, let's pass it. They probably know this.
We need an answer?
Toss.
We're going to toss to you, Mansfield. We do need an answer.
Electric sheep. Yes. Do androids dream of electric sheep?
That is correct.
Alex, you were right.
All right, Mansfield, your category.
We're going to go with That's All She Wrote.
That's All She Wrote. Questions in this category are about women authors. For 10 points. There's no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Who wrote this in her 1969 autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings?
Maya Angelou, yeah. Maya Angelou?
Maya Angelou is correct. For 15 points, what English novelist died from tuberculosis at age 30 in 1848, just 1 year after publishing her haunting love story, Wuthering Heights? We need an answer?
Emily Bronte?
Yes, Emily Bronte. For 20 points, who wrote the dystopian young adult novel Divergent during her senior year at Northwestern University?
Roth?
Veronica Roth is correct. For 25 points in That's All She Wrote, what 2018 novel by Madeline Miller retells the story of Homer's Odyssey from the perspective of the witch?
What do you think? Just say Calypso. Should I try?
We'll need an answer?
Calypso?
No, Circe. For 30 points, In the Time of the Butterflies is a historical novel by Julia Alvarez set in the 1960s during the Trujillo dictatorship in what Central American country?
Dominican Republic.
That is correct. Hopkinton, your next category.
Accept all cookies.
Accept all cookies. Questions in this round are about cookies. For 10 points. Founded by Juliette Gordon Low in 1912 in her hometown of Savannah, Georgia, what national youth organization has built an $800 million cookie empire, selling about 200 million boxes a year?
The Girl Scouts.
That is correct. For 15 points, what official state cookie of Massachusetts was invented by Ruth Wakefield in the 1930s at the Toll House Inn in Whitman, Massachusetts?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip cookie. Thank you, Ruth Wakefield. For 20 points, in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, what gamekeeper serves Harry and Ron rock cakes, described as shapeless lumps with raisins that almost broke their teeth?
Hagrid.
That is correct. For 25 points in Accept All Cookies, before serving as a U.S. Senator from Massachusetts and then U.S. Secretary of State, Who opened a cookie shop in Boston's Faneuil Hall Marketplace in the 1970s while working at a private law practice?
Yeah.
John Kerry.
John Kerry is correct. For 30 points. In a famous passage from Swann's Way, Marcel Proust recalls the taste of what scallop-shaped tea cakes from his childhood in France?
Fish cookies.
Toss.
Toss.
Mansfield, tossing to you.
Madeleines.
That is correct. Mansfield, final category.
Do you want to go You Betcha? We're going to go with You Betcha.
You betcha. These are questions about the great state of Minnesota. For 10 points. In addition to penning hundreds of songs for himself, what pop icon from Minnesota also wrote songs for other artists, including Manic Monday for the Bangles and I Feel For You for Shaka Khan?
No, it's a 10-pointer. Don't toss. Just pass.
Pass.
We're looking for Prince Rogers Nelson, also known as Prince. For 15 points, the largest indoor shopping mall in the nation, what mall in Bloomington, Minnesota, contains more than 500 stores, an aquarium, and a theme park?
Mall of America.
That is correct. For 20 points in You Betcha. A museum in Walnut Grove, Minnesota is dedicated to what author of Little House on the Prairie and other books in the Little House series?
It's this.
We'll need an answer.
Laura Ingalls Wilder.
That is correct. For 25 points, Vice President under Jimmy Carter, what Minnesota native was the Democratic nominee in the 1984 presidential election, but lost in a landslide to incumbent Ronald Reagan?
Mondale.
Walter Mondale is correct. And for 30 points, what small glacial lake in north central Minnesota is notable as the headwaters of the Mississippi River?
This is geography. I think we just pass.
We're going to pass.
We're looking for Lake Itasca. That is the end of the category round. The score is Hopkinton High with 250 points. Mansfield High is in the lead with 400 points. Let's hear it for both teams. Okay, we're heading into the final round of play, the lightning round. Correct answers add 20 points to the team total. There is a 20-point deduction for incorrect answers. The clock is set. Here we go. In 2024, the U.S. Justice Department sued what company, alleging it illegally monopolized the smartphone market? Abhishek.
Apple.
Yes. With fewer than 600,000 people, what is the least populated state in the United States? Ishan.
Wyoming.
Yes. What highly addictive substance is the main alkaloid found in tobacco? Pranamya.
Nicotine.
Yes. Paddington is a fictional bear who lives in London, but is originally from what South American? Jacob.
Peru.
Yes. Al Gore's running mate in the 2000 presidential election, what former Connecticut senator? Ishan.
Joe Lieberman.
Yes. What Grand Slam tennis tournament is also known as Roland Garros? Rishi.
Wimbledon.
No, the French Open. In 1897, English physicist J.J. Thomson discovered what subatomic? Rishi.
Electron.
Yes. Universal health care was first proposed by what U.S. president in 1945? Ishan.
Harry Truman.
Yes. In November 2024, who was fired as head coach of the Boston Bruins? Jacob.
Jim Montgomery.
Yes. The Endangered Species Act was passed during which decade? Rishi.
60s.
No, the 70s. What country's independence from Spain was led by Father Miguel Hidalgo, a priest? Ishan.
Mexico.
Yes. What English queen survived 8 assassination attempts during her reign from 1837 to 1901? Ishan.
Queen Victoria.
Yes. Which type of great ape is Ivan in the children's novel The One and Ishan?
Gorilla.
Yes. What African country is home to Nollywood, the second largest movie industry? Abhishek.
Nigeria.
Yes. In O. Henry's short story, The Gift of the Magi, what does the wife sell for $20? Soam.
A necklace.
No, we're looking for her hair. And the winning team this week is Hopkinton with a final score of 430 points. Mansfield finishes with 400 points. What a final round. Congratulations to both teams for a fantastic match. Hopkinton now moves on to the quarterfinals. Join us next week for the match between past champion Acton Boxborough and St. John's Prep, who's making their high school quiz show debut. That should be a good one. So be sure to join us right here on High School Quiz Show.